Hey y'all, I'm Chris Daly, performance coach with Velocity Reaction Workshop here in beautiful Charleston, South Carolina. And today I'm going to break down the Turkish get up for you. Okay. This is a great total body exercise that taxes both the stability and mobility of the differing body segments. So the first thing I'm going to run through is the different progressions and regressions of how to do the exercise. And then once I get broken down through those, I'm going to actually teach you how to do the get up. So when you're first starting out, it's more about motor control. So we don't need to do anything to make it more challenging. I think nothing more than throwing an arm up overhead and working through the positions is how we really want to start out with this exercise. Now, when you get that mastered, I like to make it a little bit more challenging. So you can take your own shoe, you can steal someone's shoe, however you want to do it, and you're going to throw the shoe overhead on a flat palm. Okay, now you want to go through the get up with the shoe, object being not to lose it. Now, if you don't quite have that wrist extensibility, or if you're looking to progress it a little further, you can throw the shoe on top of your fist. Okay, this does make it more challenging, but once again, the object here is to not drop the shoe. When you get good at the shoe, you can really have some fun. So I've got my red Solo cup here. It's filled with water. So same scenario, overhead, I want to hold the cup of water, go through the movement and not drop the cup of water. Same thing, once again, you can use your fist to stabilize it overhead, but I warn you, it's hard just to hold this here, let alone go through the Turkish get up. It's a lot of fun with my junior athletes. I have them use the cup of water, put two of them against each other, and then the goal is see who gets wet first. And they seem to have a lot of fun with that, don't realize quite how hard they're working, okay? And then finally, when you get kind of the motor control down and you're having some fun with it, we can start adding some resistance. So you can either take a kettlebell or a dumbbell and throw it in that overhead position. Now, actually my favorite progression, because it really works the grip strength, hand stabilization, and I really feel like it works the scapular stabilizers a little more, is doing it with the bottoms up kettlebell position. Okay, this is fantastic, my numero uno on how to do this drill. So let's get into actually doing this exercise. So it is called the Turkish get up, but I'm going to teach you this exercise from the top down. I find it to be a lot simpler to learn, and then when you get it better, you can go from the bottom up. Okay, just for the sake of teaching, I'm just going to hold the kettlebell in a normal position. Also realize that you don't have to do the full get up. You can take the positions out of it if you're trying to work on specific things, or there's a certain part of the get up you're not quite getting. You can work certain parts until you get mastery. Okay, so we're going to start with the weight overhead. I'm going to do it right-handed, standing nice and tall, and our first movement is a step back with the left leg into a lunge. From this position, we're going to side bend, we're going to find the ground. We want to have a nice straight line from our left hand all the way up to our right arm, and from here I'm going to stabilize and kick my leg out in front of me. Okay, from here I'm going to come down to the seated position on my left glute, down to my left elbow, extend my right leg out, and control the weight back down. That would be the downward portion of the Turkish get up. Now, to come back up, I'm going to bend that right leg, I'm going to push off my elbow, come to the high seated position, once again a little on that left glute, push to the left hand, come into the nice bridge position here, pushing and squeezing my glutes, back into the high kneeling position, up to total high kneeling, and standing up. That makes one complete rep, and obviously this is just the right hand side. So you'd want to do your set and rep range on that right hand side, then get your left hand side. All right, have fun with this and give it a try.